Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 9 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where I've been out hunting mobs, mostly looking for ender pearls, to be honest. That was the main thing that I was after, but a few other things I want to do today. So, I've got an experience obelisk. I would like to get this placed in the world so I can store all my experience in it. Mostly because I have been lucky enough to not really die much this series, but I had a lot of experience on me from all the crafting and killing and all the things I've been doing and mining. I didn't want to lose 51 levels of experience, or however many that was, close to. 49, was that it? Yeah, 49 levels, 51 millibuckets or whatever. So, wanted to make that thing real quick. The experience obelisk is luckily not too bad. You just need an emerald, which we had, and obsidian and glass and iron, easy stuff. I did store all my resources between episodes, so chest's gone, all in here, and as you can see, we're only using about 10,000 out of the 64,000 bytes that we have available on our disk. In other words, we can store almost 6 times more stuff than we have currently, so that's pretty cool. That'll last us a little while. Not a long while, but a little while. And then what we'll do is handle things that we would want in bulk with drawers or something like that. A couple people have mentioned in the comments there's a bit of a display bug with functional storage drawers. I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, to be honest with you. But the gist is, yeah, there might be. So we'll see. But now I've got a pretty easy way to craft things, so that's cool. I also made myself a hammock between episodes here, because hammocks let you sleep through the day. So as opposed to sleeping through the night, which a normal bed does, a hammock is the inverse. It lets you sleep through the day, so that once you get out of bed, it's almost nighttime. And the nice thing about that is now I can go hunt for mobs, which is what I've been doing because I've been after ender pearls. Mostly because the first thing I like to do after I get the whole AE system up and running is wireless. So I'd like to see if I can quickly throw together a wireless crafting terminal thingy. So I'm going to need some more Fluix crystals, which we may or may not have access to. So let me get quartz. What I'm going to get is, actually I need them to be, yeah, let's get like, does 16 sound like a good start? I feel like so. And then some redstone. And we're going to want to start automating as much as we can in the series, but for now, let's see. Oh, you've got some more service for me, which is nice. Come down and mine that up. What's nice is it doesn't look like the thing, it only loses durability when it's actually growing stuff. So if you don't harvest it, it won't decay, right? That's actually really pretty cool. So now we want to charge up to 16 of these bad boys and be good to go. So what I want is a wireless access terminal, a wireless crafting grid, which will probably need significant amounts of Certus. So I should keep that in mind because I forgot I need a dense energy cell for this. So this will be a little bit pricey. And then maybe some wireless boosters, we'll see. But the gist being that I will have access to sort of a wireless system. It won't be huge, but it'll be sufficient. And then we can start doing stuff. Also, a lot of people indicated via comments in the videos that they'd like to see me do kind of a magical start here. So I haven't entirely decided how that's going to work out. I probably want to get into ours, but I also wanted to take a look at Hexerei? Hexerei? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know much about this mod. Have I looked at this mod ever before? It doesn't feel familiar to me. So I don't know like what you're capable of doing with it. But I noticed there's magic brooms, so that might be cool. You know, maybe a nice little way to travel and explore. A little bit of good for building early game. Slow, precise, and cheap. Mahogany is a little quick speed, good for exploring. I don't know, broom whistle to bind, place the broom and the whistle into a crafting grid. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know, yeah, it's interesting. I don't think I recognize this mod at all. Oh, see, now he decayed, right? So that's a thing. So I want to consider trying it out, right? Actually, I'm going to leave you here for the time being because I'm pretty much done waiting for my charged Certus here. So now I can at least do this. And automating this should probably be something of a priority. Let's make sure I'm not holding my thing. There we go. Thank you. 32. Beautiful. And then I'm going to grind up. I need at least 8 of them. I know for sure. I might need a little bit more, but we'll find out. Back in a few. All right, now we should be good for 2 Fluix pearls. Yes. 1, 2, which means I can make this if I've got a few of these. I have a few, not many, but enough to get me going, hopefully. So then that would be 1. I'm pretty sure I need 2 of these, to be honest with you. And then one of them goes towards this guy. And then one of them will go towards my wireless crafting terminal. So I'm going to need another crafting terminal. I hear you, buddy. I hear you loud and clear, and your presence is annoying to me. Oh, we're out of those. All right, let me get a few more of them then. So we're going to want some gold. Redstone. Do we have any silicon? Nope. Do we have any dust? A few. I could get more though. I'm gonna go get more stuff, and we'll be right back. All right, I think I'm ready here. We'll see. So I'm gonna totally need a crafting table of some kind. Do I have no more blossom planks? There you go. Now we have a bunch of crafting tables. Easy peasy for future use. So ME crafting table, that guy, and then you're going to go into the wireless one, which is going to need dense energy cells, which is going to need a bunch of this. Okay, let's see if I'm right about this. So I should be able to now make 8 of these with this and that. I might, oh yeah, no, look at that. That was perfect. Okay, cool. And then you upgrade into a dense cell, and now wireless crafting terminal? Don't mind if I do. All right, and I also need that security thing, don't I? That's right. I also need that in order to use the wireless crafting terminal. I'm pretty sure you still need that. So what I should be able to do, can I stick this right back here on the back of this guy? I don't see why not. That's pretty cool. And obviously, we will make this bigger and better and cooler. But this is episode, what, 9? Like, I'm moving pretty quick here. I'm kind of like getting the bare necessities for myself, and then we'll kind of go from there. Is that cool? So you should charge up. You store a decent amount of RF, to be fair. And then I need that security terminal, dude. So that might take a bit of crafting. We'll see. I need 9 of these? And then I need 3 of these. Okay. Yeah, that's going to require a bit more stuff. Some quartz glass. And a bit more of the Certus guys. How about 8 of those? Super close to having one of that. And then redstone, right? Cool. I can grind this. I should just move this down so I don't have to jump all the time to do that, huh? That would probably be smart. Look, I got a lot on my plate here. We'll get to it, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm slowly but surely making life easy for myself. I'm doing it a little out of order than how I normally do it, but, you know, we'll get there. So you're going to behave now? Sweet. Back in a sec. All right, a little bit of off-camera crafting later, and we've got an ME security terminal, which I'm just going to, you know, I think it'll carry through, right? So does that mean I can then grab this dude, stick him in there, and then we're cool? Hey! Alright, that's what's up. Sort by number of items in descending order. Full height terminal. Okay, yeah, that works. Neat. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Now, the other thing I like to do, just because this is me personally, but I like... Let's see. Open wireless terminal. Open wireless crafting grid. I like that to be tab. And not list players. This terminal can be off. Open wireless crafting. No, that's... Yeah, that's refined storage. Let's see if this works. It does. Sweet. So now I don't have to have this on my hotbar. I can just hit tab. In fact, it can even be a curio. Ha ha! So now I can just hit tab and always have access to my AE system. Within a few blocks range, not unlimited. Let's see. Oh, out of range now. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. So that's roughly the range. If I wanted to, I could get some range boosters. So there's the infinity range booster, which is cool. And then there's the dimension card from AE Infinity Booster. So these cards go into, I'm pretty sure, this guy to make it have a longer range, right? So currently the energy use is pretty small. But if I got a few of these, which I think I could do, I just need to grind up some Fluix and some Ender Dust. So Ender Dust here would be 1-to-1. Thermal Series is also 1-to-1. In a pulverizer? Yeah. How am I for Ender Pearls? I think I've got one left. So let's pulverize it. Why not? I really should, I don't know, do stuff beyond this. And then Fluix. What I did is I added Fluix to the whitelist down here. So I should be able to do that. And what it'll do is it'll send it to the end one here. And it'll turn it into Fluix dust for me. Cool, right? I think I added that here. And technically, if I wanted to, I could add Certus. Well, we don't want to do that because, remember, our Certus quartz we want to be... Because you could make dust this way, but then I wouldn't know if I was trying to do Certus dust this or this, right? We don't want to confuse the system. So we'll probably come up with something else in the future for Certus dust. You know, some other kind of automated way of making dusts. Or maybe by then, pulverizers will be working correctly. You never know. Okay, so now I should be able to make 2 of these. We can stick it back here. And boom, now I've got an... Well, that's not really much of a boost, is it? Not much of a boost at all. Whatever. Better than nothing. That's for sure. So hey, we've got wireless AE. That's cool. I'm very pleased about this. Boom, boom, boom. It means, like, generally around my base, it'll work, right? So in the immediate area around my base, I'll be able to, if I'm at my basement, I have to run upstairs to get stuff, and I can just do crafting right with all my stuff. Beautiful. Now we're cooking. Now we're really cooking, honestly. So I said I was going to check out Hexari today, and I don't know anything about this mod, but I figured why not? Let's do it, right? Book of Shadows. This is a guidebook of Hexari. I hope I'm pronouncing this mod name right. For now, it must be placed on an altar to be read. Dye the cover upon crafting based on the dye given. Dye the corners by dyeing the book again. Okay, that's cool. So I have to put it on an altar, which is either... This is mainly to hold the Book of Shadows and display it for reading. Other items may be placed onto the altar and can be removed by crouch right-clicking the block. Okay. So there's the willow one and the, I guess, does it need to be mahogany? Where do we get mahogany wood from? I've got some mahogany saplings from there. Does it have to be mahogany or can it be any? I mean, it's not cycling, right? Mahogany slabs from Hexerei. So there are mahogany saplings from Hexari. I need to find some of those. That is a thing. Okay. Where am I going to find that? There's woodcutter thingies, mahogany boats, whatever it is, mahogany broom. So I guess we have to go out in the world and find mahogany saplings? Maybe? I'm going to try reading the book without the altar. Let's try that first. Right-click it? Nope. That ain't gonna happen. Or willow, apparently, is another alternative for the altar. So mahogany and willow saplings from Hexari. There's also sage seeds, which I assume will grow into some semblance of sage, I would think. Maybe I should plant those? Yeah, let's go plant them in our little farm that we have outside. So that we're ready. Because by the time I decide I need them, I'm going to be like, oh man, I wish I had planted these a while ago. Cool. And I guess while I'm here, I can harvest real quick. All right, let me go out in the world, see if I can't find one of these saplings that I'm going to need, and then we'll be back once and if I do. All right, looks like I found a little something good. Mahogany wood from Hexerei. Sweet. Well, that works. Nice. I did look, and it said that it adds its own biome. So we're gonna have to go find a Hexari biome. It's like a custom, like swampy kind of area. I don't know if we've found anything like that. There's ebony woods down here. I'm looking for something that looks swampy. But with all of the biomes you go installed, it might be a while before we find anything like that. But you never know. Is the biome finder in here? Do we have that? Let's see, a biometric card. Biomepedia. From all the biomes you will go. We'll figure it out. What I'm going to do, though, is for now, just grab a few more of these mahogany logs. Just to make sure I have enough. And I'm getting saplings as well. Oh, good. Zombie time. And I'll meet you guys back at the base. Oh, yeah. What I was saying, by the way, is there's a biome that has a bunch of stuff, but the mahogany logs can be found in jungle biomes. So I looked on my map for a nearby jungle, which is why I ran down here, and was good to go. Cool. There's more jungly jungle over here. I'm going to check that out, too, just to see if there happens to be any willow. Though me personally, I would expect a willow to spawn in a swamp biome. So maybe swamp biomes in general have willows, but there's definitely something, I think they said flowers, that only spawn in the Hexari biome. Sneaky little creepers, aren't they? So now that I've picked up a few things, that looks good. Mahogany planks. And then this mahogany altar needs mahogany slabs. Never seen this mod before, never played with it, don't know anything about it, kind of coming into it blind, which is what I like to do sometimes. So you guys can, experience me looking at this mod for the first time together. Oh, that's cool. Oh my goodness, how cool is that? Support the creator, right-click, intro, right-click, items, entities, structures. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Like, that is a thing, right? Intro. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the wonderful witchcraft-filled world of Hexerei, where many of your desires, known and unknown, will be met to its fullest. This mod is my life and soul right now. I put in nearly all my time and energy to it, made by Joe Fox. Thank you, Joe Fox. I have been working on this book for over a month, designing it completely from scratch. I hope it is everything and more for what people were wanting. Tons more content is yet to come, but this content will be from coven witches to casting spells to more familiars and much more. Stay tuned. Cool. Look at how cool this book is. Can we talk about how awesome this book is? If you have not figured it out already, at the bottom corner as you open the page, there should be arrows directing you to the next page, as well as an X, which will close the book and lay it down on, and a home button, which will direct you to the index. Okay, cool. So I guess that's home up there. Looks like you can bookmark pages, which is cool. All right, yeah, look at that. There it is. Bookmarks change colors. Bookmarks will pop up on the sides. So if I like bookmark this dude, oh, that's cool. And then it can change colors. That is neat. And then you can like right click and drag it. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. This book is just bananas. Clicking on a bookmark will direct you to the page that it was saved on. Crouch and right click the altar to pick up the book. Sweet. Oh, and then you can delete bookmark like that. Oh, that's cool. And then close book. Oh, that's cool. I'm liking it. I'm pretty impressed by this book. Am I alone? Right click to interact. That's cool. There's your home button. Okay. So that's the intro. And then we can check out items. Oh my goodness, it just flips. Okay, I see. So those are like chapters in the book, and then it flips to them. That's cool. And then there's the patron info if you wanted to, and the Discord if you want to get that link. That is pretty cool. Entities, structures. Okay. Items. All about the items and how to obtain them and what to do with them. If you click on another item on a page, and if it has a page attached to that item, it will quickly turn its pages there. That's cool. So I assume I can just flip through and check things out. Nice. That is bananas. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's showing like the tooltip of the item when you mouse over it. This book is full of surprises. Right? Look how insane this book is. I am really impressed by this, because as somebody who's made a mod or two himself, this is cool. I'm just saying. I don't know how he did this. If you said to me, Dyer, like, first off, I wouldn't come up with this kind of book off my brain does not have that creative spark to it. Had you said to me, I've got an idea for this book, how would I have no idea. I would have no idea how to do this. Pretty cool. The altar will be used for not just reading the book on, but can be used as decoration, place items, that kind of stuff. Okay. To craft, you need a 3x3 crafting space in the items shown below. Mixing cauldron is one of the main tools in the witch's arsenal. To craft, you need a 3x3 space in the items shown below. All right. You're able to toss items in the cauldron from the top to fill the slots, as well as use any item transporting blocks, i.e. hoppers, to pump items in. It also has a GUI that you can access where you can place and take items. You can click the center to access JEI recipes. While scrolling through JEI, you can click the transfer button. Okay. Right now, there's only one blood sigil. So you can put sigils in there. There's only one at the moment. But, you know, it's a work in progress mod. The cauldron can hold any kind of fluid, up to 2 buckets. Fluid can be pumped in with other mods pipes. You can also use bottles on the base liquids and ones from this mod in the cauldron. Although it seems like it would burn items when in lava, but in fact they do stay safe. Cool. Okay. And then there's the blood sigil and the dipper. Oh my goodness, that's cool. Place on top of a mixing cauldron that is filled with tallow, then give the candle dipper up to 3 strings to start the candle dipping process. All right, the coffer is a very useful storage device for witches, especially ones who have some crow friends. To craft, you need a mixing cauldron and the items shown below. Coffers can be dyed with any color and renamed to change their colors in a loop. Once dyed, if not named, they can be dyed again to mix the colors like leather. Oh, cool. With a simple punch, you can pick them up. They will retain all of their data when moved by the player. They also will display their items when opened. On the right side of the GUI of the coffer will show a button with a crow on it. While toggled, the crow button will allow crows on gather mode to check items inside its coffers and look in the area for items matching any of the contents in the coffer to deposit. Crows also, with a perch located on a coffer, will pick up any item. That's cool. Sounds like crows are like neat little automation dudes. I think so. Okay. So let's flip to items. And then let's go back to that mixing cauldron. So that's what I'm going to make right now, is the mixing cauldron, because that looks like one of the first things we're going to need to get. So we're going to need cauldrons. And look at that, I have 2 free torches. That's funny to me. All right, cool. And then I can, yeah, all right, neat. So there's, look at this, nice little UI. You can drop items in there. There's the blood sigil thing as mentioned. Ooh, dump. Oh, look at that. Look at that little user interfacey thing. Now that I might be able to do. I don't have the skill, but I have a concept of how this works, right? It's cool looking though, right? I like it a lot. I'm very impressed so far with this mod. I mean, it's clearly, you know, work in progress, but like everything so far feels extremely polished. I'm very much one of those people who like gets the functionality going and then adds the fancy stuff later. This person clearly was like, I'm going to make it very fancy before I finish the feature. And I very much appreciate that, because the way I do it is kind of not smart. That's cool. All right. So I want to make a broom. I think that's one of the first things I would like to make, right? So the mahogany broom, quick speeds, and the item is fire resistant. Good for traveling and exploring. So like, yeah. So how do I do that? Item mixing in the cauldron. So we're going to need a bucket of water, a netherite ingot. Fair enough. I can make one of those. Some wheat, a mandrake root, which is something I'm going to have to figure out, can be picked from the related plant by right-clicking on the plant while almost fully grown or fully grown. The plant acts like a berry bush and can regrow its products. We're going to have to look into where mandrake roots come from. I bet I can figure that out by looking at the book. And then a bucket of water. So we're going to have to find mandrake roots. But everything else I think I have. Oh, and a bottle of blood, too. Acquired by placing a blood sigil inside a mixing cauldron, then jumping inside 3 times to bleed into the cauldron, then take a bottle to bottle it up. Seems fair enough. So what we're going to need is that blood sigil. Okay, and blood sigils are made with polished blackstone and redstone dust, and there has to be a heat source underneath. To heat the cauldron, the block below must be tagged as a heated block. That block must be lit if it can be lit. Can be any of the cycle heat blocks shown. Heat source, soul fire. Okay, cool. So I would go with magma on that one, right? Because then I don't have to do any flames. Okay, that's cool. And let me just keep some cobbled deep slate handy so that I'm ready to go with that stuff. Okay, so if I want to make the blood sigil, redstone and polished blackstone. Have I gotten any blackstone yet? I have. And I assume to make polished blackstone, we have to smelt it first? Yes. Seems easy enough. So I believe I needed 4 of this and 4 redstone. And that will get me... And then the lava, we need 333 millibuckets of lava. Okay. Have I done anything by way of lava yet? I don't think I have. So what I'm going to need to do is probably run down into my mining caves and snag a bucket of lava. You know what I could do? I could bring a tank with me, and that would be super smart. Like a basic fluid tank, which holds 32 buckets. Yeah, I agree. And then what I can do is fill this up with 32 buckets of lava. It's going to be manual for me to do right now, but that's okay. Or I could pop into the nether. That would work too. But I know there's a lot of lava down here that I can find. So I'll be back in a minute once I've, accumulated this and head back to the base. Oh, and don't forget you can use mechanism buckets or mechanism tanks like buckets. So no need to fill it up by hand. Just there you go. I think that's full now. Yep, 32 buckets. Nice. All right, so for now, I can snag my bucket, stick it in there, and then they said I could just drop the items, right? Oh, look at that. It's doing a thing. Oh, that's cool. I like, and it's right there, and I assume I can just right-click to get it. Okay, that's neat. And then I can put it in there. So first off, let's dump the lava. Goodbye, lava. And then this goes in there. And then I go 1, 2, 3. And then I can get some bottles. I'm probably going to need another one to scoop it up. All right. Neato. I like. All right. So now if I want my mahogany broom, and I feel like there's, what's these little tooltips under it? I don't know. There's like a satchel and like something. We're going to figure that out next. But first we have to make the thing. So now I need to find some mandrake root. I have no idea where that's from. So let's see what the book has to say about it. Mandrake root. So if we went home, and then we went to items, I might bookmark items. That feels like a smart move to me, right? So then I can always jump to items whenever I want. So broom brushes. Oh, look at these. Oh, neat. Okay, cool. Chains. Okay. But let's see if we can find the mandrake root first. This is that sage stuff. There's another page of items here. Is this it? Mandrake root. That is cool. The root of the mandrake plant, used as an essential part for building the broom brushes as well as crafting the broom itself, if you have future uses of turning it into oils or using the root in certain recipes. Or it will. Obtained by right-clicking a fully grown mandrake plant. Okay, where would I find that? That's a good question. Mandrake flowers are used in the recipe. Mandrake plant. One of the flowers of Hexari, the mandrake can be harvested by simply right-clicking when it's fully grown, just like sweet berry bush can be harvested when fully grown by right-clicking, just like a sweet berry bush. I agree. We're probably going to have to go find one. I don't know where I'm going to find it, though. So mandrake flowers can be picked. Mandrake plant. Found in swamp biome. There you go. Got to find a swamp biome. That might be easier said than done, though. Because I think I kind of looked around expecting swamp biome to be a thing we're going to need, and I didn't see any immediately. But we could go poking. You think a bayou is a swamp biome? Biome sounds... Ooh, and there's willow leaves down there. That could be a swamp biome, right? White mangrove marshes. That could also be a swamp biome. Let's head due south. I have a long run ahead of me. How am I for time? You know what I'm going to make? Sleeping bag. This way, if I'm out and about in the world, I want to pass the night, I can do so without changing my spawn. Just right-click on the ground and boom. So, long run, got a little bit of food. I should probably grab more food. Yeah, I'll bring some of this stuff. Why not? That seems cool. All right, back in a minute. Just a quick demonstration of the sleeping bag for anyone who has maybe never seen it before. Easy peasy. Just right click and then boom, and it'll pop back into your inventory when you wake up. Cool. Where am I in relation to... I'm thinking I'm getting close-ish. Let's see how close-ish. Getting there. So this willow biome was over here. Right? And white mangrove marshes. That's from the biomes you will go. So I don't think... But it might be registered as a swamp-like biome. And if that's the case, then we will find mandrakes here, potentially. If not, I'll head a little bit further south. Was it? Or bayou? That might be more of a swamp. Bayou. Yeah, none of this is looking particularly Hexari-ish. But you never know. That's Ars Nouveau. That one I knew. All right, let me head for the bayou because I don't see much going on all up in here. The biome is due south. Man, look at this. The sky in this biome is a completely different color. I'm not sure that I've seen that before. Is that a new thing that you can do? All right, so these are willow logs from all of the biomes you will go. And now we're going to see if this counts as a because I think there's biome types, right? Am I right about that? I don't know biome code all that well, but I'm pretty sure there's biome types. And, you know, ooh, this is a yellow docker bush. Yellow docker bush. Okay, that's a Hexari dude. So that's a good sign because it says found in swamp biomes, right? So, yeah. Water silk, lily pads, flowering lily pad. Okay, that's cool. Now, can I, like, replant these? Ooh, I can. Sweet. What's funny is they look very similar to the tiny lily pads. If you want to run on the water, you need to keep running, which I'm not doing, clearly. All right, so what do we got here? Ooh, these are willow logs from Hexari. So let me mine the, or chop this tree down. Because that's a... I want to make sure it is willow vines from Hexari, willow sapling from Hexari. Oh, okay. That's a biomes you will go, willow sapling. So I think I'll void that for now because I don't want to mix those two up at the moment. Cattail sprout. What we're here for is the mandrake, though. So I will grab these yellow docker bushes happily. This might be a mandrake. Ooh, growth 66%. Sweet. So now, can I harvest that? I can. And then I can plant it. Awesome. All right, so what I think I want to do is find a few more of these, bring them back home, and then see what bone mealing them does. Ooh, and a belladonna plant too. I'll take that. Sweet. So this is the right biome to be in. Flowering lily pad. I'll just grab all the Hexari type things that I see, and that'll be cool. Now, with any luck, there's more of them here, but this biome doesn't look particularly large, but I could probably go back this way. There's a little bit more to it. All right, let me look off camera a little bit for a few more of these. Then I'm going to run back to my base. If anything interesting happens, I'll come back and record. Otherwise, I'll meet you back at my base in a minute. Because I have a lot of there's a lot of different flowers here that all kind of look similar to me. That's belladonna. Sweet. Yeah, so back in a sec. All right, I'm going to call this good enough. So mandrake plants is what we want right now, but not the plant. We want the flower. So what I'm going to do is put away all the things that are not what I want. I will probably want these things eventually. Mugwort bush, belladonna. Oh. Willow vines, willow saplings, maybe. But if I go plant these outside, the next question is, does bone meal work on them? Or this, I guess. Because one way or another, I would like to have mandrake ready to roll. I'm going to have to come up with a way to clear this tall grass. You know what? Botania's out now, and it should be getting added to the pack soon enough, and that will hopefully break these things. If they do, it'll be my hero. All right, so you. Does bone meal work? It does. Oh, it even does that. That's even better. I like that. And hey, look, mandrake roots. Nice. Okay. So I'll plant a few more of these, along with a few yellow dock bushes. And a few mugworts, I guess. I don't know. Just work here. I don't know how anything works. But we got mandrakes, which works for me. And let me tell you how easy they were to harvest. I expected earmuffs or something going on, but nope. Easy peasy. Okay. So now that we've got mandrake, what I should do is get some debris times 4, smelt it up, which yes, I should be doing more efficiently, but I'm not. Turn you into netherite. And then I should be able to get a broom, right? A mahogany broom. So 2 mahogany logs and a netherite ingot. Okay. And then 2 blood bottles, 2 wheat, and a mandrake root. Do it up, right? Oh, and a bucket of water? Is that what I saw in there? Yes, a bucket of water. Which we have in the basement. What? In the middle of my house. Rude. Just walking right in like you own the place. All right, so water goes in. And then we're going to drop you 2, you, and you 2. And then you 2. Cool. All right, look at that. Neato burrito. So how's this work? I think I'm going to have to read the book because I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to use this thing. So back to the items page. And then we can find mahogany broom. Okay, cannot be lost in lava or burn in fire. Although it can break when flying the broom into fire unless the broom has a netherite tip attachment. I'm assuming that we would have to... Yeah, let's read the main chapter on brooms, which I think the willow broom is probably like the tier 1 broom, and I probably skipped to tier 2, but that's okay, it's what I do. So far there are 2 types of broom, this one being the lesser of the 2, the willow one. These can be upgraded in 3 different slots: Misk, Satchel, and Brush. A brush is what powers the broom's flight and comes with every fresh broom made. To craft, you need that. Okay. To access the broom's inventory, simply crouch and right-click. I disagree. Not exactly what happened. It did something, but then it didn't open the inventory. Simply crouch and right-click while the broom is in the world. While flying the broom, the brush gets damaged and can break, so the witch must come prepared and craft some additional brushes to fuel the broom. The best way to stash the extra brushes within the broom is the satchel. Adding a small satchel will add 9 extra spaces to hold items. Oh, that's cool. So we need to put it in the world? Oh, and then we can sneak right-click it. Okay, and there's your misc, your satchel, and your brush. That's neat. That is cool. Look at that. And I assume that there's like upgrades or whatever, right? And then what, right click? Oh, that's neat. Look at that. Okay, cool. Ow, that hurts. I need to learn how to navigate this broom because I do not know. How do I pick it up? That's a question. How do I get my broom back? How do I get it back into item form? Hey, there's the attachments. Okay. Okay. Broom netherite tip. For nether flight, as allows the broom to fly completely through lava or fires without getting damage. Okay, that's cool. Waterproof tip. Small satchel. Medium satchel. Large satchel. This is to hold the items. Broom brush. This is what fuels it. And while flying, the brush takes durability damage. Once it runs out, the durability does break, so be sure to have extras when flying long distances. To make a broom brush, you must first craft the wet one with the cauldron, then throw this on a drying rack to get your broom brush ready to... Okay. Enhance, just like the normal broom brush, other than it has more durability, so it lasts longer in flight. These can be enchanted with mending and unbreaking. Sweet. Okay. That might be crows, which we'll investigate shortly-ish. But how do I get my broom back? Oh, there we go. Just hit it with a sword. I suspected, but I wanted to be sure before I, did anything terrible. All right, so right now he has full durability. Oh, that's cool. You just kind of have to... Yeah, it steers like a horse. So you kind of have to, like, point it in the direction you want to fly. It looks like I can sprint with it. Oh, that's cool. Look at it go. Look at it go. And when you open your inventory, you can see the attachment. That's neat. So if you're like, flying somewhere far, look at me go. Oh, it's got particle effects behind it and everything. This is the best. I'm actually very impressed. That is very cool. That is super cool. Yeah, you just have to get the hang of how, but it's very easy to fly once you realize how it works. You just, turn the direction and it'll go, and then you go forward. So it's not like creative mode. Now, how do I go down? Oh, that's probably not what I want to do. Don't hit shift. Shift is not the way to go. Luckily, the broom will drop to you. That's funny. So how do we get it to go down? That's not the key. Options, controls, keybind, category, Hexari. Descend is left shift. But that's how you get off. How about left control? There we go. Now we're cooking. Because left shift dismounts you. And then we can... That's neat. I like that. That is... Come on, how cool is that? I like this mod. I would like to know more. Alright, what do you say we wrap up the episode here? Come back next time, and we'll learn a little bit about more brooms, and then we'll also see what else there is in there, because it looks like there's crows that can do stuff for controlling your crow companions. That's all I can see. I've, like I said, not looked into this mod at all. I'm interested to see what else there is. So for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Check out Hexari a little bit more. Does that sound like a plan? And then we'll see what else it has to offer. For now, take it easy.